Top 10 traits men look for in a wife. Ladies, if you're looking for your guy, you're looking for a guy that's going to take you seriously and a guy who actually is going to see this whole thing through and is going to be the man that you need to listen to this show. You need to take notes on this show because I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 traits men look for in a wife. And fellas, if you're watching this, I'm going to tell you the top 10 traits that you should be looking for in a wife. If y'all ready to do it, let's do it. I'm KTJ. I was a former men's counselor for many years, turned love coach. I help successful single centered women to find high value, high quality men for dating, relationships, and love. And on the other side, I help men to discover their purpose, power, and potential in life, love, and legacy. So let's get into this conversation today. Top 10 traits men look for in a wife. So check this out. There was a study done at University of Pittsburgh and the University of Iowa, and there were some sociologists. They got together and they did a survey, and this is what they found as they surveyed the people who signed up for it. All right. So they gave these folks a test and they broke this down into 10 things that they kept hearing the same thing over and over again. All right. I believe that life comes down to patterns. You want to know what's going on? Follow the pattern. And this is what they found. So I'm going to start with number 10. This is what they found, that men, high quality men, men who are looking for a wife, men who are serious, they do. Number 10, it was they look for ambition and industriousness, which simply means a woman who is about something. She's a woman who's trustworthy, a woman who's trying to do something with her life, a woman who has a purpose, has a reason for being, and she's going in a direction. She's just not floating around in life. She's going somewhere, and that is very attractive to men. Let's keep going. Number 9. All right. Number 9 is they desire for a home and children. Now, ladies, you could take this how you want to take this. This is what men said. Do you want to know what men have to say or not? Right? Because if you want to hear what men have to say, this is going to give you actually an advantage as you kind of, you know, look at who you are and look at what it is that you want, right? You may know what it is that you want, but the question is, are you what the man that you want wants? Are you what he's looking for? All right. So let's keep going on this. Number 9, he desires a home with children, right? In years past, this was a higher priority for men, right? To have a home, have a wife, and have kids, right? But in this modern times, you don't hear it so much. But I'm telling you, men still want a family. Men still want a wife. And fellas, y'all chime in on this, right? Maybe, and even some of the fellas who say I'd never get married, right? There is a woman you probably would marry. There is a woman who you would want to have your children and have your people, everybody in your house having the same last name. Okay? Let's be honest and be a cohesive unit. So men still desire to have a home and have children. All right. Number 8 on the list of the top 10 things men look for in a wife: good looks. She got to be good looking. She's got to be fine. She's got to be not necessarily fine to what the world sees as fine. Fine to me. Fine to what I desire to look at. Okay? Which is different for every man. Look, you don't have to be the skinniest girl, break your neck trying to get skinny and half dying trying to be thin. That's not what every man wants. As well, you don't have to go under the knife to get you a BBL and get a big old bubble butt to try and attract your husband. Because guess what? For a lot of men, that's not what they want. Okay. So, but what we all can agree on is we want a woman who takes care of herself. Okay. Work on your eating habits, work on your exercise habits, take your medicine, take your vitamins, take whatever you need to take, and get as fit as you can. This is something I say often, get as fit as you can. And I'm telling you, it gives you the advantage. Ladies, if y'all watching this, I'm giving you the advantage. I'm giving you the sauce, and you can use it or not. But I'm just telling you, this is what they did a survey, and this is what men said. You know that this is what men are looking for, right? So that last one was good looks, and the next one is just being healthy all the way around and having healthy habits. Do you have healthy habits? They said men look for good health in a potential wife, but it is less likely important, less, but it is slightly less important to them today that it was in the past. In the past, back in the 30s and back in the day, women's health was really up there. But a lot of things have slid, but not everything. So for you, get as fit as you can. Let's keep going. Number 6 is your ability to be social. Do you have the ability to be social? Can that man take you to his office party? Can he also take you to be around his family? Can he take you to be to the class reunion? Can he take you with him wherever he goes, and him feel confident that he's not embarrassed that of the woman that he chose, right? This is what men are looking for. Your ability to be social. I'm not telling you you got to go up there and tell jokes and slap backs and all of that and key the whole time. That's not what I'm saying. But you do need to be able to be social. He has to feel like he can take you anywhere. That's what a man is looking for when he's looking for a wife, a woman he can take anywhere. Let's keep going. Number 5 on this list is a pleasant demeanor. A pleasant demeanor. Man, when a man is looking for a wife, he's looking for a woman who has a pleasant demeanor. Nobody wants to look at a sourpuss all the time. Nobody wants to deal with a negative Nancy, somebody who's always got something negative to say, and sometimes it's on your face. You don't even have to say it. A pleasant demeanor goes a long way, and it's actually what draws a man into you. Man, you don't ladies, you don't know how much power you have to attract a man with your pleasant demeanor. Let's keep going. Number 4, education and intelligence. Listen, the days of the dumb blonde are gone. When a man is because look, back then people just thought, oh, you just get married and everything will work out. No, we now know that it takes more than that, right? You need to have men today are looking for a smart wife, an intelligent wife, a wife that doesn't have to be told everything to do, right? Yes, he can lead in some ways, and but guess what? There's some things that you're good at, and he's gonna have to follow you. If you're better at finance, guess what? A smart man to hand you some of the money. May not hand you all the money, but hand you some of the money and let you see if you can multiply it. Not multiply it for you, multiply it for us. Okay. That's number four. Number three is emotional stability. A man who's looking for a wife in today's time is looking for emotional stability. Somebody who is consistently mature and able to manage their emotions, right? Listen, I know, I realize women own the market on emotions when it comes to, male female relationships, right? A man is allowed to be emotional at times. At times. He's not allowed to be emotional all the time because that's going to be a problem. Why? Because women have that department checked off, right? But a man doesn't want to not know who he's coming at home to. Today it's Brenda. Tomorrow is Belinda. The next day is Monica. The next day it's Lisa. You got all these different personalities, and he can't figure out who he's talking to, and he's got to wait to certain times to say certain things. And listen, in today's times, men are not interested in that. Men want simple and easygoing, not somebody that they gotta manage, like, be your emotional babysitter. Nobody wants to be your emotional babysitter. You must babysit your own feelings and your own emotions, and have him just come and, sprinkle some cherries on top, not have him try and be your Sunday. He's just to be topping it off. All right. Let's keep going on this. Number two, someone he can depend on. That's faithful, that's reliable, that's trustworthy. Someone he can depend on. Can he depend on you? A man in 2020, in these days and times, right? I don't care when you see this. You might see this 5 years from now. It'll still be the same. I can tell you, men are looking for a reliable woman, a woman who will show up when she's supposed to show up, a woman who will speak up when she should speak up, right? Because see, listen, if you're talking about as a wife, a man marrying a wife, men today understand that if it comes to a time that something happens to you and he can't speak for himself, he has to rely on you to stand in the gap for him, to talk to the doctors for him, to talk to the legal people for him, like whatever it is. And I'm telling you, when men feel like he can't depend on you, feels like, so we think sometimes that being unfaithful is just about somebody having sexual relations with somebody else. But being unfaithful is also him having to feel like he has to watch his own back. Being unfaithful means also that you're not someone he can put faith in. That's unfaithful, untrustworthy, right? Are you somebody he can listen? Are you somebody he can open his heart to and tell you the absolute truth? Are you somebody he can um open up his emotions to and know that he won't hear it again in jest, telling jokes, or in anger, throwing it back in his face? Is it the minute you throw it back in a man's face, that's the last time he's going to do it. It's the last time he's ever going to share that. All right. And the number one on this list of things that men are looking for in a wife is mutual attraction and love. Men want to marry a woman he loves. A man wants to marry a woman who will add value to his life. Listen to what I'm saying. A man wants to marry a woman who adds something to his life that he didn't know he needed. someone who sits back and evaluates him, right? And say, oh, okay, here are your strengths. Here are some things that you're not as strong at. What can we do to add some of these over here and make you better? Maybe there's something that I can do to make you better. That's how a man feels love from you. You want to know how men feel love from you? Help him be better. When you help him be better, he says to himself, "You know what? Doggone it. Look at this. Wow, I got me one. She got my back." Ladies, I don't know if y'all know this, but that's the biggest compliment a man can give you is to say he's got a woman who has his back. All right. Look, I want you guys to check this out. Check out the new t-shirt. Love yourself first. We are on this love crusade. Love yourself first. I want you to go in the bio, click the link in the bio, get you one of these shirts. Love yourself first. You need to remind yourself that more important than all the other things or people who want to be in your life or people you want in your life, you got to have you in your life. And you have to start with loving yourself first. I've been saying this for a long time and I'm going to keep saying it. You create the path for the person to love you, and they're going to love you the same way you love yourself. And if you haven't been loving yourself properly, get you one of these shirts, and every time you wear it or every time you see it, you remind yourself to love yourself first. All right. You guys go ahead, hit the like hit button, hit the subscribe button, and the next video that you're going to see, I'm going to give you the opposite of this. Who are the women that men don't want to marry? What keeps a man from marrying you? Why are men not getting married? I got a top 10 list on that one of the kind of women that men don't want to marry. Catch that one. All right. Till next time, peace and love. Later.